is Celestia's power, and let's see what's up. See what kind of hand we get. Starting off, this is kind of poo. But here's what's cool about this hand. This thing's basically unblockable unless they have flyers. This is a flyer, and we've got this. And between all that, we need one more land to make that like last little devastating hit to the face. So I'm gonna do this, and hopefully we get across for 4. And then the next turn, we play this and get that kill. If so, you know, it'll be a good plan ahead, and it'll show you the power of these two cards together. This guy really is an amazing deal when played right. Card's a really good card. Generally, just a little psychological warfare. Sometimes, when you're playing against a non-AI opponent, I don't want them to know I have red yet. So I'll just, you know, sometimes play a land that that's the same type as the first that I put out. That being said, if you are playing something like that Bolt of Keranos and you know, you need to be playing double red on turn 3, then you need to go ahead and put the red down. Don't worry about the psychological warfare there. Still attacking. I don't think this thing has reach. Nope, no reach. Sacrifice this and put a 3/3 in play. It's nasty. These cats surprisingly haven't made their way out of this deck yet. I think you'll kind of see in this gameplay why these cats are not that good. It's because this 2/1 can take it out. This thing will be a 3/3 that can take it out. No, I'm not gonna block. See, I want to block, attack in with these guys because that's the power. You don't want it to be a blocker. Now I'm kind of gambling here because, yeah, I figured she'd block, but if she didn't, she'd be hitting me back for 5 next turn. And that's the problem with these. If you saw, you know, that was just a trade, and trading's useless. I mean, like it's good every now and then, but really, I want my creatures to destroy your creatures. I don't, you know, I don't want to trade around and play too many games with you or anything like that. And I could have just attacked in with that, but you know, like I said, it's kind of just a trading card. I'd rather be aggressive, keep their side of the board clear, and get ahead. You know, right now I'm 2 creatures ahead. That's what the way I want the board to look like. Looks like we had a flyer. We got multiple flyers. Oh me, oh my. Well, this guy's awesome. Pro white. Pro white means that it cannot be targeted, cannot be dealt damage by white sources, and they can't even block. So that 4 is getting through for sure. It has haste, so it gets to attack this turn. I'm attacking in with everything because I can't block these. They can block these, and I'll probably just trade off here, which it gives them card advantage because they use 1 card. Oh, they didn't block. I'm surprised. But they used 1 card to create 2 creatures, and I had to use 2 different cards, so they got card advantage there. Now they're attacking in. I'm playing this guy next, and I'm getting ready to attack for 14 damage with that combination. And even if I were to attack in with this and it were to go unblocked, I would still be attacking in for 8. So it's a super, super good combination here. Celestia there has all white creatures, so I'm going to attack him with the storm thing. I'm going to storm breath dragon. I stop timer. I'm going to zoom in here, and then you kind of have to toggle down with your stick to do activated ability. Don't make the mistake of clicking when that activated ability isn't highlighted, because if you do, sometimes you're playing an instant. Sometimes you'll end up playing the creature rather than the ability. So click the activated ability, targeting the Storm Breath Dragon. 7. Okay, so now watch. It's going to do 7 for first strike damage. Boom. 7 for the secondary normal combat damage. So that's exactly what we wanted to happen. We were able to plan out our attack, and yeah, that's it. That's how we want this deck to perform. Got a Krinko's Command. Krinko's Command will get better and better once we get a better card. Some other stuff to go with it, basically. Military Intelligence is super good in this meta type. Again, there's no place for this dragon. It's just too expensive. 5/5 flyer is not that big a deal. We would much rather have Storm Breath Dragon. You know, rather than having a 5/5 flyer for 7 that can't attack, we would rather have a 4/4 flyer with haste and pro white for 5 that can attack immediately. You know, this is a terrible first hand. I can make a couple goblins if I were to draw a red mana and then put this on it. And then the prey upon is totally useless with 1/1s. Oh, it's like they're trying to screw me. Oh, getting screwed. Getting very screwed here. This is almost a hand I can take, because if I, you know, like, just hoping that they give me a green mana, because if they do, then I'll have a turn 2 and 3 with the Wandering Wolves, maybe turn 4, and I might be able to use the Elder Laurels to get these Wandering Wolves in there. Really, I think you should mulligan here. I'm gonna try it, and then we'll cry together if it doesn't work. We'll just hold each other. Oh man. See, it's so cruel though, because I know that if I like mulliganed again, I would just okay. We're gonna wait one more turn, and if it's not a green mana, then we're just gonna restart. It's just not fair that the game does that to you. They're like mulligan all the way down. Oh, and he's coming out super hard. Yeah, this is that illusion beatdown crap. Yeah, okay. We're gonna restart here. I am, you know, sometimes you're just gonna have to deal with that crap in this game. You know, you are predestined to lose. This is not a good hand. Turn 2, I'd have a 2/2. Turn 3, I'd have. Yeah, we're gonna take something new. Okay, this is much better. This is super cool, actually. We have a turn 2 Beast, turn 3 Krinko's Command or Advocate of the Beast, just depending on what's played, or the Elder of Laurels there. And between this is where this deck starts to combo, because Kiln Fiend gets bigger with instants or sorceries. Then we have Krinko's Command, which is a sorcery. Then we have Elder of Laurels, which, you know, however many creatures are in play, well, that's 4/4 there. And this makes our beast bigger, and this is a beast. This is a perfect synergy hand. The only thing that I don't have in this hand technically is removal, and that'll come later. Oh, look, there's removal. That's exactly what we wanted. It's like, yeah, I guess the game was the game felt so bad for what it did to me, where I had to restart, that it's like, hey, I'll give you a much better hand. That being said, Jace can still kick my butt, so who knows? Oh, claustrophobia. Alright, well, that creature's useless now, so that's cool, I guess. I can play this and drop it there. It kind of doesn't matter. I can play any of these 3 right now. The thing is, you almost never want 2 Elder of Laurels in play, because only one of their abilities really matters. Like, they can do that to any creature. Having two of them give you no extra benefit. Having an Advocate of the Beast and an Elder of Laurels will. So, now if he claustrophobia taps this down and doesn't allow it to untap. If he claustrophobias my Elder, I'll be a little sad. See, the thing that we kind of got away with there is that with the claustrophobia, I mean, that pretty much locked a creature in play. So so now I will always have, you know, multiple creatures in play for the Elder Laurels. Two trains of thought here. Number one, we drop the Advocate of the Beast, and sorry for the people popping online down there on my Steam. Number one, we drop the Advocate of the Beast, and you know, then we will have 3 creatures in play per turn. Number 2, we can drop this Krinkos, attack with multiple creatures next turn, and then pump any one we want, and that's the more aggressive play. It will not do us any good to have this guy in play right now, any more than just having any other creature. Alright. Now also I have the option of I'm going to swing in because I have the option of pumping my creatures here, or see, since he's blue, he may have returned a creature to my hand. Like, if he would have returned the Elder of Laurels to my hand right then, I would probably want to replay it this turn. But he didn't. So I'm going to play the Marauding Maulhorn here. Didn't kick it. Could have kicked it. Could have been a 3-3. Instead he wanted a 1-1. Sometimes the game doesn't make sense. Okay, so here's where we start to do some math. We're swinging across. This guy is almost guaranteed to get blocked by this guy. And then we can swing across, and we can use this to pump. Since we have 5 creatures in play, it will cost us 4, and target creature gets +5/+5 until end of turn. And then I can target any of these 3 creatures, in which case I would be hitting for 12, and then be able to shock for 13-14. A lot of people would take the because they're so excited that this card's in their hand, they would just go ahead and play that right? 9. I didn't add that up right. Oh well, whatever. I just had a brain lapse there, guys. Sorry, bear with me. Long day of recording videos for you folks. Anyway, this could have came into play and dealt 4. I got an extra point of damage out for it. Again, sometimes you want to hold back, sometimes you don't. It's kind of whatever. But you see how the Elder of Laurels plays. I mean, this is really good with that Krinkos command. Rather than playing shock or anything out of our hand, let's try and get as much value from the board as possible before you play things out of your hand. That way you have options later. Like, that's something that, you know, I cannot stress enough about Magic. Get as much value out of your board as you can. That's what wins games. Essentially, if you're playing cards and I'm playing cards, we're even. You know, if you play 1 card and I play 1 card, we're equal. But if I can make my creatures and my spells and my board advantage, and get a ton of value out of it, where I don't have to play any extra spells. Once you kill that thing that's hurting you, then I have a handful of stuff, and you're probably down to very few cards. Augur Spree is good. It's black, so it doesn't go in our deck. Flesh to Dust is good. This guy is surprisingly good. I know he doesn't seem like it, but trust me, I built a couple decks around him that will just kick butt. The Ground Assault. You know what? I'm gonna put this in the deck. The reason is because the way this deck is built, it is super important. Oh, he's giving us stuff. We don't need to watch all that. You can watch all that on your time. This says that it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. That's good. Technically, this is the spot that we should be replacing this. The thing is, with this card, it's the scry ability is cool and everything, and it deals damage to our opponent. But it only kills a 3/3 creature at maximum, and the card that we just picked up there, Ground Assault. If I have 6 lands, this kills a 6/6, and for the most part, our creatures can handle. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take out the Timberland Guide because I don't need 3. But you'll start to see that the better fit instead of the Bolt is this, because this can take out a 6/6 for 2 mana. It can take out a 10/10 or 20/20. If you have 24 lands, it can take out a 24/24 creature. This takes out a 3/3 at max, and it does let you scry, and it did help us that one game, but that's not good enough. Really, it's not good enough for us. We need better cards. We will start to look at other things. The Timberland Guides are not helping us that much. I mean, it's putting an extra point. Really, the Krinko's commands could probably go in here and be a bit stronger. These could almost go in there. There's a few things I would like to. I would just like to get some better cards here. But we need to start getting those Timberland Guides out, and yeah, and fixing this deck up a little bit more. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned. There will be more.